We carry the entirety of human knowledge in our pockets. Yet, alongside that access, clinical anxiety is climbing, and our ability to sustain focus on a single task is dropping. Constant exposure to high-impact, fleeting content trains the brain to prefer rapid task switching. When a mind adapts to the instant gratification of a digital feed, the slow, deliberate concentration required for deep thought becomes intensely difficult to maintain. Standard interventions like screen time limiters, algorithmic blockers, and productivity apps attempt to fix this, but they fail because they treat the symptom of distraction rather than the underlying lack of mental discipline. Surviving a hyper-connected environment requires an intellectual foundation built 2 millennia before the first smartphone. Athens served as the original testing ground for managing a massive influx of new ideas, political turmoil, and societal pressure. To defend against the noise of the internet, we have to rebuild the Digital Gymnasium, a mental training ground that prioritizes character and focus over passive consumption. The sheer volume and velocity of social media creates a shallow ocean of content. This speed overwhelms our ability to process facts, trapping us in echo chambers filled with misinformation. This is Socrates. He pioneered a system of cooperative, argumentative dialogue designed to challenge surface-level engagement. He created the Socratic method. This process involves relentlessly challenging baseline assumptions to separate actual, verifiable knowledge from mere opinion. This flowchart maps how to apply that method to a piece of viral information. As the data moves forward, it hits a sequence of analytical gates. Who benefits from this post? What is the primary source? Is there counter-evidence? By passing data through these gates, we introduce deliberate friction. This friction slows down our media consumption, overriding the brain's craving for instant gratification and distilling the noise down to a single, verified fact. Treating our digital consumption as a rigorous dialogue transforms us from the passive targets of an algorithm into active interrogators of the truth. Beyond misinformation, the internet extracts a heavy psychological toll. Curated online personas, viral metrics, and cyberbullying breed deep feelings of inadequacy and a toxic culture of comparison. This is Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor who built a framework for emotional resilience in chaotic environments. He practiced Stoicism, a philosophy built on one foundational principle: the radical division of the world into things we can control and things we cannot. Here we see a sorting matrix that applies the Stoic dichotomy directly to the digital ecosystem. In the uncontrollable column, we place the algorithms, internet trolls, viral trends, and other people's posts. In the controllable column, we place the time we spend scrolling, our reactions, and our intent when posting. Accepting this strict division allows us to moderate our impulses, effectively neutralizing the power of the algorithm to dictate our mood. Stoic resilience acts as a mental shield, ensuring that your inner pace remains entirely independent of digital likes, comments, or external validation. There is a final modern paradox. Digital, text-based communication strips away empathy and nonverbal cues. This leaves people feeling profoundly lonely despite being connected to millions of users. This is Aristotle. He argued that human beings are inherently social animals who require a polis, a physical community of citizens, to flourish. To build this community, Aristotle proposed the golden mean. This is the idea that moral virtue is found at the exact midpoint between a behavioral deficiency and a behavioral excess. This sliding scale illustrates how to apply the golden mean to our modern technology habits. On the far left, we have the deficiency, Luddite isolation, with zero technology. On the far right, the excess, digital addiction. The target is the exact center, virtuous digital citizenship. Hitting this mean in practice requires deliberately stepping away from our screens to cultivate face-to-face empathy and communal responsibility. Achieving the Aristotelian good life demands that we use technology to facilitate real-world human connections, rather than allowing it to replace them. In the ancient Greek gymnasium, the training of the mind, body, and ethical character happened in a single integrated space. Modern education systems often fracture this model, prioritizing pure data consumption and technological proficiency while sidelining character development. While our algorithms get smarter and our hardware accelerates, human nature remains exactly as it was during the Roman Empire. Our brains face the same vulnerabilities, fears, and desires. By fusing modern connectivity with classical wisdom, we transition from being passive consumers of technology to the active architects of our own well-being. The ultimate purpose of the Digital Gymnasium is to ensure we use the internet as a tool to cultivate a meaningful life, rather than allowing the internet to use us. Log off today and apply one of these principles. Question a viral headline. Ignore a trend. Meet a friend in person. This transition from passive consumption to active interrogation begins the moment you put down the device.